Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my second graders. Hopefully that you are doing well. Today's lesson, it's our last lesson in your journey's book. The title is good. It's Leila's scarf, okay? So this is the scarf, but this one for men, this one for women. Lesson 19, journeys, lesson 19, Leila's scarf. So as we know that in a story at our journeys book, you have to know at least 4 main points. The first one, you have to know the 8 terms and their definition, 8 words and their definition. Point 2, you have to know the genre or the kind of the story. Is it a humorous fiction? Is it a realistic fiction? Informational text? You can know it through reading the story. Point 3, you have to know the reading target skill. And point 4, you have to read the story also and answer it. Okay, now let's start with the first point, okay, which is vocabulary and context, page 222, 223. Number 1, you will find the yarn. Number 2, strands. Number 3, spinning. Number 4, dye. Yarn means a span of wool or nylon, okay, that I can use it for weaving to make cloth, okay. The strands means the strand, it's a single piece of a thread. If you can see that thread, it's 2 strands. So a single piece of the thread, it's called strand, okay. Spinning means the simple meaning of spin, to go around itself. But here spin in our story means that if you have 2 strands, you can spin them together so they will be one. They will be one, okay, in order to make clothes or a scarf. You see, there were 2 strands, now they are one because I did what? I did spinning. So twisting cotton or wool to make yarn or thread. Dye, it means to color. To dye something, to color it. Okay, to give it a color. Point 5, or the term number 5, weave. Weave, it means to make cloth or carpets and so on. Sharpening, to give something sharp edges, to sharpen it, okay. Duplicate, it means to make an exact copy of something, and delicious, it's yummy thing, okay. So weave, it means to make cloth or carpet or basket. Sharpening, it means to make something sharper or become sharper. Duplicate, to make exact copy of something. And delicious, it means pleasant taste or smell, okay. So that was our vocab, our first point. So we can study them again through cards or pictures. The first one, we studied it, we said yarn. Yarn, this is yarn, if you can see it here, okay. As you see, the cat is playing with yarns, with yarn. Point 2, strands. Strands, we said it means a single piece of thread. Then spinning. Spinning, if you see that old woman, she is spinning the strands together, okay. And dye, to color something, as here they dye the eggs. Weave, weave to make clothes, as you can see that woman, she is weaving. Sharpen, to make something sharper. And duplicate, to make exact copy, as you can see here, those applications. we duplicate them. And last one, delicious, it means something which is yum, something which is yum. Okay, now we finished our first point, which was what? Good. The vocabulary and context. Vocabulary and context, we said yarn, strands, spinning, dye, weave, sharpen, duplicate, and delicious. Second one, page 226, target skill, our reading target skill for today, which is conclusion. Conclusion means it's smart guesses about something the author doesn't say directly. So when you read the story, you conclude, you understand something the writer of the story was going to tell you. Okay. The genre of our story is a good. 226. Who knows what's the genre of Leila's scarf? Good. It's a realistic fiction. Why we call it realistic fiction? Because this story could happen in real life, but it is not based on a real story. It's not real, but it can happen to any one of us. We said that the story, its genre is realistic fiction. And why it's realistic? Because it could happen in real life. It doesn't happen, but it could happen. And its characters are fictional. They are not real people. Like Leila, our story main character, she is fictional. She is not real one. Okay, now let's go to our essential question, page 227, which is, how is art connected to the past? Okay, actually we can know and recognize a lot of information about the past through art, through pictures. Okay, and you can identify this from the art. So the art is always connected to an era, a time in the past when it was created. Art always has a context. Okay, this is how I think art is connected to the past. Okay, like we can see only historical art in relation to it in order to consider which context is or it was created in. So if you need to know about art in the past, you'll find it historical art, which it will tell you about the past time. Then let's move to our story. You can stop the video now and start reading the story. After you finish reading the story, you can come back again and resume the video to read the questions with me and answer it. The first question, now you will open your book, page 228. Why do you think the author chose to make the story about a little girl? Because this girl, she was young. Leila is young and she may not know how to knit. This can make the story more real. Okay? Look at page 229. What does Leila see in the shop window? She saw what? She saw a scarf, one blue and one is yellow. Okay, a blue and yellow scarf. Now describe page 230, 31. Describe the new character. We saw it on page 230, 231. You will find that character is their Leila's grandma, and she was kind. Okay, and she makes yummy cookies. Yummy, we said, means delicious. Now let's move to question 4. Look at page 232 and describe what can you see in the picture. You will see the grandma and the grandpa's yard, their yard. There is a fence in the yard, fence like a wall on the yard. Okay. What does Grandpa do on page 233 that makes Leila worried? Okay, he sharpens his shear. He sharpens his shears. Okay, how does the white sheep look after Grandpa has sheared it? The white sheep, after Grandpa cut its hair, it was cool and fun. Okay,